UAG short reviews starting now. Roll the tape. UAG here, and let's talk about it. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I saw it over the weekend, and I wanted to get this out here. So if you're here for your holiday weekend and you want to go to the movies and maybe take your wife or your girl, or maybe even the kiddos, you want to see if this movie's worth it. Well, let's get straight off the bat of this movie. It leaves a lot to be desired. I'll be quite honest with you. Now, if you're a fan of the Indiana Jones and the Indiana Jones franchise, you may love this movie. This may be right down your alley. Maybe the perfect cup of tea for you. But for me, it has a very long runtime, about 2 hours and 34 minutes, and you can feel every minute of it. It's probably around 20 to 30 minutes too long, but it does have some redeeming points and redeeming qualities. If you like witty, dry humor, then this is for you. This is very reminiscent of the other films. This is the fifth installment in the franchise. I would have to say it's probably the fourth best. It definitely beats the previous one, Crystal Skulls, with Shia LaBeouf. It beats that. But, you know, we have Harrison Ford coming back, 80 years old, and he looks every bit of it when he is not de-aged. There's a de-aging scene in the beginning of the movie, and it is really good. Really good. Some of the times when you have these de-aging scenes, it looks unrealistic and it looks uncanny, but they did it in a dark light. I think it was to hide some of the imperfections, but they did it, and they didn't do it so long. It was done really well. That's probably one of the best scenes in the movie, to be quite honest with you. One of the opening scenes. But for me, the film lacks pacing. And for a modern audience, like if I was going to take like a 20-year-old to go watch this movie, I don't think they would enjoy it. I don't think that they would enjoy it. Now, if you had someone, 40s, 50s who've been watching Indiana Jones since they were younger, they would enjoy this film. But again, it does have some pacing scenes. Dude, I was like a big Indiana Jones fan, and I was like, man, I don't know. Some of the action sequences seem a bit unrealistic for this man's age. And then there was some, it just went well. I like the combativeness between Indiana Jones and Wombat, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She's pretty awesome in this movie. However, she is a bit of a dick. That's just what it is. She's a little bit of a dick, and she eventually becomes likable by the end of the movie. But it shouldn't take a whole movie, the whole movie, Act 1, 2, and 3, for you to start liking this individual. And that takes away from the film. You can't really enjoy it because you're like, oh, I hate. Now, there's some villains that you hate so much, and it really, but she's not a villain. She's just an antagonist, along with the rides. And this is the formula that's been going on from the beginning. You had the Sean Connery, you had Round, all of those. But I think this one was just a little bit too much. But it stood true to an adventure film. You even had the map sequences. It's Indiana Jones. You don't have to worry like, oh, am I watching Indiana Jones film? It's an Indiana Jones film. But it's a little lackluster. I would give it about a 3 out of 5, if on a scale of 5. Personally, I'd probably be able to wait for it to come out on a streaming service. They come out so fast. It definitely, if you had to choose another film, I'd rather go see Flash before I go see this movie. It's just, I think Flash is way more enjoyable. This seems dated, and the end that the end was not it for me. It was lackluster at best, anticlimactic. I just, it is what it is. The movie is basically, and it's a great premise. You know, the Nazis try to find this dial that could turn back the hands of time and change the course of history. And what if the Nazis won? That's basically the film. I love the idea. The execution, not so much. But we will see. As of right now, the first weekend that it came out, the audience seems like they're on my side. You know, I don't know if people were excited about it. Word of mouth is not really going to help this film. We'll see in the second week what happens. But I want to know your guys' comments. Are you excited to see this? Are you going to go see it? Are you going to go see something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you in the next movie.